I would say that the idea that you can't learn science if you haven't studied in school is the stupidest idea I've ever heard of. Einstein was a patent clerk, not a scientist. If you have an interest, you can learn it. It's just like learning how to play the guitar or learning how to write. It's not that it's not work, it is work, but it's also hard to learn how to speak Spanish. And I've never heard anyone say, I'm too afraid to learn how to speak Spanish because I'm so intimidated. Science is the same.
My name is Marie Moldavan, and I'm president of Counterculture Labs, which is our community lab here. Counterculture Labs is a biohacker space. So we're a space where anyone is able and allowed to do science. Currently, science is only available to people who can afford a few four-year universities. We believe that this is wrong, and that in order for the people to appreciate and engage with science, they need to be actually able to do science. So we provide a space where anyone can do scientific projects, can learn about science, and can engage with the natural world in what I feel is a really amazing way. I think the best way to get involved is to start coming to classes and come to the Tuesday meetups. We have socials and like open house from 8 to 10 every Tuesday night. And that's a time when you can kind of get to know people. And then you can either apply for membership to work in your own project, or you can start working in a community project and apply for membership once you start doing lab work. The Open Insulin Project is an attempt to make a generic form of insulin. Insulin has been a human medication since the 1920s. Originally, the patent was given by free to the world by the researchers who invented it. It's completely off patent, yet the price has tripled in the last 10 years. There's actually a lot of people around the world who die from lack of insulin. It's the equivalent to the cost of their mortgage for them, when it should be a generic version that is cheap and affordable for anyone who needs it.
One of the projects I think is the coolest is the Real Vegan Cheese Project. So that project is producing the proteins that are found in milk, but they're producing them in yeast. And then they're making cheese. It's almost the same as like real cheese, but it's made from yeast, not from an animal. We've only produced some of the proteins, and we haven't produced them in bulk. So it's more of a research project at this point.
So biodigesters are this really amazing invention that allows you to use biology to very cheaply turn food scraps into methane. Generally, food scraps and compost goes into the dump, where it becomes methane anyways, and it's a big contributor to climate change. Instead, you can take that same compost, turn to methane in like a small box, and use that to cook your food. In tropical climates, the average family makes enough methane to actually cook their food based on just their compost. But we have a competition to make a DIY version. We have a bunch of teams, and they're going to see who can make the best one.
Understanding the world scientifically is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I don't think anyone should feel that they don't have the right to do so. I think it's a shame that people believe that science should only be scientists. Science is for everyone.